This is our cultural immersion project. We are group number 3. We chose the topic of classism. I am Jonathan Morales. I'm an Ag Systems Management major and Ag Economics.
I'm Riley Garner. I'm an Ag Systems Management major and Farm Management.
I'm Cameron Gerner. I'm a turf science major.
I'm Anne Marie Cotterer. I'm majoring in public health with a concentration in global health and health policy and management.
Hi, I'm Diane Holycross. I have a major in public horticulture.
Basically, we decided to focus on the topic of classism and how it affects the education of many people. Classism is defined as prejudice or discrimination based on class. Data, such as the one shown in the chart here, shows that those who have higher education are more likely to make more money than those who do not. For this reason, we want to help and let people know about programs that are out there that will help them jumpstart their education after high school, or maybe even those who have decided they want to go back to school. Some of the effects of this problem are less opportunity to make more money, some discrimination, and in some cases, poverty. Because people do not realize that there's help in their local community, they end up with problems such as low income and lack of education. The main purpose we had for this project is to understand why people are not taking advantage of all the resources available to them, and how people like us can help them realize that there is help out there and how they can take advantage of those programs by us reaching out to them in every way possible.
The movie our group chose was The Pursuit of Happiness. The movie's about a man named Chris Gardner who sells bone marrow scanners to physicians in place of x-ray machines. At the beginning of the movie, him and his wife are extremely poor, trying to support their son, while his wife goes to school and he attempts to sell his bone marrow scanners. He has his entire life savings invested into his job, and later when the company goes under, he loses everything, and his wife leaves him. Then him and his son are evicted from his apartment. He starts to live in a homeless shelter with him and his son, and while he finds an internship to become a stockbroker. As he does this, he is discriminated against for being poor, for having a lack of education, and is ridiculed for things like wearing the same suit to work every day, or when a coworker finds out that he slipped in the bathroom of a train station, they look down upon him and make him feel as if he has failed. Throughout the movie, though, he works hard and gets the job as a stockbroker, and he goes on to get an education for him and his son. The movie really affected our group in showing that poverty isn't something that you have to live with. You can work your way out of it. You can become financially stable. And it showed classism as a great way that showed how people look down on others just because they think they're worse off in life, or that they're not as good because they don't have as much money or don't have a good education. It really influenced our project by showing us that hard work can help you get to your goals, to get an education, to slowly work your way out of poverty and become a good citizen. It also proves that dedication is a good start to ending poverty.
While developing our CIP plan, we came up with 5 assumptions that would result at the end. The first assumption was a large number of people don't know there is help available and where to find this help. Things like Laura and the SPAN plan. Our second assumption is that those who have parents in education higher than high school have a higher chance of also continuing their education, mainly because maybe their parents went to college or they went to trade school and they have the resources to send them towards a place where they can get higher education. We also did some research and found that according to Ellie Rossiter from the San Francisco Foundation, children who grow up in the bottom fifth of national family incomes are more likely to remain in poverty as adults. This helped us confirm assumption number 3, which is those who live in a lower income society have a lower chance of continuing their education, mainly because they just cannot afford it, which also goes into assumption number 4, which is that if you cannot afford to go to college, then you will not be able to go. Assumption number 5 is that those who don't continue their education past high school have less job opportunities than those with a college education. We know that we are here at college to get an education, get a degree, which will help us further our job opportunities in the future. And without having a college degree, a lot of people won't be able to have those same opportunities that we will.
Our immersion project with Laura. Laura is known as the Lafayette Adult Resource Academy. With Laura's partnership, we were able to volunteer with a wide range of people with different skill levels in mathematics, English, writing, and social science. We got to know some of the students and their backgrounds, including a girl who, when she started classes at Laura, had a math grade level of 4th grader, and within a year she was able to pass the GED test. It was nice for us to get involved and be able to show some of the students some of the things that we've learned here at Purdue. To continue, at Laura, the teachers will sit with each student and give them personalized guidance to their questions. They're actually able to do this in a non-formal setting with individual round tables where students feel more comfortable and are able to discuss what they've learned without the shame of being correct in a more formal setting. Laura provides free testing in classes for people to get their GED, which is the General Education Diploma. They also help people in getting job training. This is actually sponsored through another business called Work One. They also provide classes that reinforce English as a second language, such as the TOEFL test, TOEFL test. Another thing that they do is they actually provide free childcare for students that take classes with them, which, if you're going to get your GED, can be very helpful, since you wouldn't have to pay for childcare elsewhere and not have to bring your kids with you. To continue, Laura is located at 110 Elizabeth Street, Suite 3, here in Lafayette. They actually chose this location to be very centralized for the Lafayette region, and they actually share space with a high school. They also have a website and a Facebook page to better connect with the community that they serve. The website is www.lauralafayette.org.
Our group did research on SPAN Plan, which is a program at Purdue that provides services such as grants and tutoring to non-traditional students, which is another aspect of our topic. The types of non-traditional students we dealt with were those who were financially burdened or who took 2+ years off of school. These students took time off following high school graduation for a few reasons. Either they didn't want to go to college, they didn't think they were qualified for college, or they didn't think they could afford to go to college. SPAN Plan is a program that can help all 3 of these types of people. After meeting with the members of SPAN Plan, we learned about this program and ways in which they provide opportunities for non-traditional students. We took this information along with what we learned from a student who has used SPAN Plan at Purdue and reached out to guide more people in this direction. We spread the word about this program to our community and showed people that even if they fall into one of these categories, they can still attend college and receive a degree that will help them further their success. We wanted to raise awareness for this program because this is a great way for people to move up in the class system by pursuing a college degree when they may not have known it was even possible. Our group met with non-traditional students who we know and informed them on this opportunity, which many of them were unaware of. We received positive feedback from a few of these people we met with, saying they plan to take advantage of this program as they pursue a career at Purdue. Both of these programs that we partnered with deal a lot with non-traditional students. For those of you that are unaware, a non-traditional student is anyone who is a parent, pregnant, or legal guardian. These people could also be married or in some type of a domestic partnership. They could be financially emancipated or coming back to school after a 2+ year break. There's a lot more non-traditional students than you would think on big campuses, and many of these people don't know that there is both financial and educational help that they can receive while attending school, and so they don't take advantage of these programs. So that's why we met with these groups, to learn how they get these non-traditional students to come receive their help and see if we couldn't increase those numbers. In this project, we had 2 community partners. Those 2 community partners that we dealt with were Span Plan, which is an organization on Purdue's campus, and LARA, which is the Lafayette Adult Resource Academy.
As seen in this picture, we went to Lara and we spoke to the people that are currently in Lara, and we asked them to explain to us how they have used what they have learned from Lara and how they heard about Lara and their feedback on the best way possible to reach out to others that could be involved with Lara.
After visiting Lara and learning how to get involved in the program firsthand, I went to the members of my fraternity and informed them on the different things they can do to help better the community through this program. As a chapter, we decided to add this program to our list of service hours. By doing this, our members are rewarded for going to help at Lara, and the program benefits greatly.
As a member of a sorority, I was able to spread the word about Lara to my chapter members during multiple chapter meetings. One of the chapter meetings we have is PACE, which is Personal and Chapter Enrichment. We spoke about Lara, and where students can find resources like this. We also spoke about how our chapter members can get involved with Lara to help better the community.
I also went to Farmhouse Fraternity and spoke to the chapter about getting involved with Lara. We decided we could add Lara to our list of community involvement for service hours each semester, and we also discussed having members go a few times a year and volunteering to help tutor or helping with test preps, things like that.
Along with all of the involvement that we personally had with Lara, we wanted to make sure that others can get involved as well. For this reason, I personally talked to the Purdue wrestling team and let them know what Lara and Span Plan Group were about and how they could get involved with it too. We also added this to part of our community service hours that will count as helping toward our local community and all that they help us do too. Another thing that I let them know is to keep spreading the word to whoever they possibly can, because the main goal is to let as many people know that there's a lot of help for them if they are willing to accept it. Throughout this project, we learned a lot of things, and one of the things we learned was it was easier than we thought to spread the word about programs like Lara and the Purdue Span Plan. It was nice to learn about students and what they have gone through to get an education with programs like Lara and Span Plan. We learned that anyone can make a difference in the life of a non-traditional and even underprivileged student in the greater Lafayette community, and by emerging with them, we got a deep insight on how we can further help those who do not have an idea on what they are missing out. We learned that everyone we spoke with were willing to share their story and why they decided to make a life-changing decision. Throughout the course of this project, we also learned that although all the assumptions we made were proven to be correct, programs like Lara and Span Plan can help change those facts and even the lives of others. Working with Lara and Span Plan and learning about what they are about and what they have to offer was a life-changing experience even for us. We hope to help a lot of people by letting them know that they can have the help they want by just reaching out to their community and becoming a part of programs like Lara and Span Plan.